Beauty means to me love yourself for sure first. And that's not selfish. That's like if you really love yourself, you can spread love.
Welcome to the Beauty Talk podcast, where we feature how the best medical practitioners help their patients to look better, younger, and healthier. Now, enjoy the show, and here's your host.
Daniel Gao here. I'm the host of Beauty Talk. We feature the top practitioners in health and beauty, both inside and out. I have Bianca Incorvaia, the founder of Natural Brazilian Balance, and who is passionate about bringing self-love and wellness to her clients' lifestyle from the simple touch of Brazilian lymphatic drainage. Being a doctor's assistant for so long, especially after plastic surgery, she does a lot of detox and different things beyond just massage. We also have Marcelo Incorvaia, a business owner since he was 24 years old and having many different licenses, ranging from real estate to barber. He's always been an entrepreneur at heart, and once he met his wife, Bianca, he turned his entrepreneurial brain to helping her dream of making a business come true. So Bianca and Marcello, welcome and glad to have you both here.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, so Bianca, I'll start with you. How did you first get interested in I guess I'll call it the medical and the wellness field?
So, my mom, when I was like 15 years old, she introduced me to her massage therapist in Brazil. And then we always start like taking care of ourselves like early age, it's more like about health and not just about the beauty. So that's how I met the lymphatic drainage and the like. I will never forget that my mom's favorite was the scrub massage. So sometimes that's all she needs. Just go there and do like the full body scrub, and she get out there like so much nice and calm. I'm like, oh my god, that's nice. So yeah, she just introduced me to her. She needs a little help with her just like answer the phone, like making coffee for the clients. And I was there just for that, like, and I was like $50, 50 real at the time for the whole day. And I was happy because, and then all the clients start to say, oh, you should go to take a class because, she started to teach me a little bit. And the clients push me to go and learn more and study. And I want to be a flight attendant,
Mm.
but I was too short. I still.
Uh,
So that's something to just like my clients choose me, help me to study, and I really enjoy and like and love to help people to get off the comfort zone,
mm.
something like that.
Okay, got it. And so in the introduction, you mentioned that it's your dream to have your own practice. So where did that dream stem from, you wanting to have your own practice?
Because after you work for a lot of people for so long, you always like, oh man, why they don't do just like this a little better? I always have this problem in the back of my head, like, oh my god, they should do just these little things, like give a tea when the client comes and a little bag of like goodies and stuff, like just little things. And um make something for the eyes, like eye covers with lavender smell, like little details. I'm like, it's so hard to put everything I have in my mind to someone else's business, so that's easier to just like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. So
I get that. Okay, so then,
yeah.
so Marcello, I mean, you've had the experience as being an entrepreneur and bringing now that entrepreneurial skill set to the practice. So I'd like to understand a little bit more from your background, like kind of what led you to want to be an entrepreneur.
Um, Pretty much my father gave me the drive. When I was a young boy, my father's always owned his own business. He came over from Italy when he was 13 years old.
Mm.
Um, he quit school early to support our family, and he worked in restaurants all of his life. And at the young age of 19, almost 20, he opened up his first pizzeria. So I was always interested in that go-getter lifestyle. Um, I've obviously, as a younger man, I worked in his restaurant which wasn't always the greatest of environments. But we're two bulls in the same pen. So I learned very, very early on in my life that you just the more you work at something, the harder you want it, the more you push, the more you can receive back. I was always in the food side of the industry. And then, obviously when I got older, I wanted to just learn everything. I like learning everything I can. So I just never had a really a straight direction. I always had a regular job, but then I always would own a business. So
Mhm.
it was like I had the best of both worlds. I had the security, and then I had the the baby, if you will, afterwards,
Mhm.
to go take care of and watch it flourish.
Mhm.
Um, so that's really been my passion. It really doesn't matter what business. I've owned many different businesses, uh, but that for me was my driving force. Was the way my dad always told me. He goes, "What you put in is what you get out."
Mhm. Okay. And so you've had all this experience with many other businesses and kind of growing up in that entrepreneurial family, I guess I'll call it. So for the lessons that you've learned from all those other businesses, what would you say are some like the key things that you want to make a difference in this business? Obviously, it's your wife's business, so you want to bring everything you could to it. So what are those main things that you really want to bring to it to make sure that this business was successful?
So anytime you're working with anyone in any industry and you have a client base is coming to you for a service or food or whatever you when you're trying to help somebody or make their day better or make their event better, it doesn't matter in all walks of life. The most important thing for me is to make sure that customer feels a certain level of difference between what you can give, because a lot of people don't want to give everything. They just want to give enough to make them feel like they're getting something good. But if you go, like my wife was, just saying, the little extras, they take nothing.
Mhm.
It takes nothing just to do the little things, but that's what resonates with people. They feel the extra. It's like great, for instance, is you go to your grandmother's house and she makes you a meal, and you know how to make the same meal, but it tastes different. The same ingredients, but it tastes different. It's the love that goes into the food, right? That's what everybody says. That's the difference. So if you actually love what you do, like my wife does, I had no clue anything about wellness.
Yeah.
Zero, zero. She'll tell you, I only get massaged when I'm hurt, but she's amazing, right? So that's how great she is, and the people that she touches, they understand the difference.
Okay.
So
So
I wanted to get behind her.
yeah, and help make this very successful.
Yeah,
Okay.
make it what it is. Yeah.
Okay. So now that you have this business, Bianca, Brazilian lymphatic drainage, you kind of mentioned this a little bit before and also in the introduction, but could you explain what is, I guess we'll start off with what is lymphatic drainage and then what's the difference with it being the Brazilian lymphatic drainage?
So that's a good question. So lymphatic drainage is like a type of massage we use to like detox. It's kind of like our lymph nodes helps us to put like a garbage disposable.
Hmm.
So it's like imagining like a floated zone, and with my hands I'm going and helping like to just defloat it everything. So it's so simple, and it feels like here in America, it's not that common as in Brazil, because I don't know, maybe we take care more of our bodies over there because everyone loves to look good in the bikinis, whatever, you know. But it's more like about type of massage where we can just really get rid of the toxins like water retention and help your stomach looks better and feels better, your intestines, everything works better. It's like it's a kind of like a baby,
Hmm.
they don't hold pee, and anything. So we do not should hold either. But lifestyle, we are running around. How many times do you want to go to the bathroom and like, oh, I can go later?
Hmm.
So we just like making our body go slow and slow the lymphatic system. And then one day you're like too like full of toxins and everything. So my job is just like remind your body to do the natural lymphatic drainage by themselves again, like a little hand,
Mm.
and then makes everything works better.
Okay. And is the Brazilian part of it, is that part, I guess, what's the difference on the Brazilian side? Is it the actual technique or does it do something different than, let's say, like your regular lymphatic drainage?
Yeah, so the regular lymphatic, it's very light touch, like a delicate touch.
Mhm.
We touching the water under your skin. So the water is like right there. You know when you have like you have a little burn, like
Mhm.
in the kitchen, like in your hand, you have that ball, the
Yeah.
little bubble. So that water, it's your lymphatic system protecting that area who it's aggressive.
Mm.
So same thing with the surgery. When you do the
Mhm.
surgery, like liposuction, whatever, it's like you get swelling because your body understands it's something aggressive happens to you, and he needs to send out the water to protect the area. So the Brazilian style, we mix the therapy, the two therapies. Usually it's like start with the lymphatic, it's a delicate touch, like relaxing, just direction to the areas like it's like right here and inguinal. So this way you're going to the bathroom more.
Mhm.
And then we use a lot of strength to a lot of we call modeling massage. We like remodeling the area. We go like really hard, like really with our hands, like really breaking the cellulite with the hands.
Mm.
And we can like sculpt the body with the hands. That's the mix. So we do half and a half, half of the lymphatic and half of the really like hard deep tissue to scoop and mold the body. And in the end, I like to use like hot stones, cupping, whatever. So it's like all in once.
Got it. Okay. And you mentioned going, part of this is going that kind of that deeper massage, trying to break up parts of the, what do you,
Cellulite
Cellulite.
okay.
and
So,
fat.
okay. So I'm sure you get this question a lot. Is it painful?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
It is painful. Okay.
But I always tell my clients, uncomfortable, it's okay.
Mm.
Pain, no.
Mm.
So a lot of times they are like holding the pen, thinking, they that's what's supposed to do. Like the beauty is pain, right?
Mm.
But I can go like slowly every time. Like we like to do like a package of like 10 sessions, like before and after, pictures, measurements. So in the first sessions, usually your body have a lot of toxins, so I cannot go too strong.
Mm.
So step by step, when we take it off the water retention, the excess, I go deeper and deeper, and then it's gonna be less painful. But I'm kind of like really breaking the fat with my hands.
Mm.
So it can be really painful, especially if you have a lot of toxins in your body.
Got it. And so
So
what are the symptoms that people would typically have before they come to you? Like they're suffering from something and then they should come to you and then try and get that solved. Is it something that people will be suffering from something specifically, or is this kind of more for overall health and really everyone should be doing it?
Dave,
definitely every. Go ahead.
let me take this.
Sure.
So the real step is it's for both.
Mm.
It's not just for overall health. It's for if your body is inflamed, you
Mm.
can actually see water retention. If you tap your belly and it jiggles, you can tap your shoulder and it jiggles. A lot of things, your ankles will be swollen.
Mm.
Anytime your ankles or your legs are swollen and your feet are swollen, that's all water retention.
Mm.
That's all your lymphatic system forgot how my wife said how your lymphatic system is supposed to work. That's why most people that have swollen legs, they'll use compression socks
Mm.
because what it's doing is it's forcing that liquid back up your leg into your groin area where your lymph nodes are in your groin, and then it gets expelled out of the body. But the real magic of what she does, and this is part of the education factor of what I believe that she needs to really showcase in this country. They don't do lymphatic drain right after a mommy makeover liposuction, any kind of major surgery where there's drains involved in the body, breast augmentation. These are all things that in Brazil, the next day, you are seeing a Brazilian lymphatic specialist
Mm.
to take these fluids out because all it does is make the doctor's job better.
Mm.
Here, it's taboo almost. It's not as it's not it's gaining traction now. Um, New York, when we lived in New York, she had met some really great doctors in New York, and they believed 100% in what she was doing, and they were adding her service onto their service.
The
So these
package.
women, these women would go in, and they wouldn't even understand that they would have to see a massage therapist for 10 sessions after their surgery. It was almost like, why am I going to a massage therapist, and why is a massage therapist charging me this much money? Because in America, it's normal to go get a massage for a cheap rate.
Yeah.
But this is a specialty. This is something that if you spend $20,000 on your body, why wouldn't you want the absolute best results that you can possibly get?
Mm. Okay. So it really shines after surgery and really, I'm assuming it's helping with recovery.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. You also mentioned as far as inflammation and swelling. So if someone has an injury, is it something that can help with injuries as well for maybe like people that's doing sports, or is it not so
Yes.
much for that type of inflammation?
Yes, any kind of, because what we do, we push circulation with the circulation to the area with the blood flowing. It's a good blood going around where it hurts. So it's just like make like any surgery should be helpful for sure.
Mhm. Okay. So pretty much anytime that you need to get more blood circulation going, this is what's really
Yes.
with that.
Well,
Yes. Yes.
that's what happens when we get hurt, right?
Mhm.
So when we get hurt, we have our red blood cells and white blood cells in the body, right?
Mhm.
They go to that one spot. That's why we get bruised, right?
Yeah.
So when you're getting bruised, that's why athletes, right? They cup. That's why you always see them looking like leopards,
Yeah.
because it looks ridiculous,
Yeah.
but it brings the blood to the area where it would be sore, where you would be having lactic acid buildup. These are all things that people don't understand, that you can cut your soreness or your recovery in half
Hmm. Wow.
by just
Yes.
doing simple things that uh, are just kind of like, not the traction is just not here in the US yet, but
Yeah.
it's getting there because of people like yourself bringing things to light,
Mhm.
you know, and letting your viewers understand that there is specialty people out there that can do all these things and make you feel and look wonderful inside and out.
Okay. Now, when it comes to frequency, how often would you, I'm assuming this would depend also, like if someone just got done with surgery versus someone that's maybe more of an athlete that's competing, wants that better recovery versus just your average person who just wants to live a healthier life. But on average, like how frequent should someone be getting this? And is it something that you want to do kind of ongoing forever? Or is it more of like you just do it kind of in spurts?
Yes.
So can be like the gym. You go to the gym and it's something like forever. You can always go to the gym to make you feel better, to make your body works better. So we like to do like a package of like 10. This way you can see the difference, like for if you didn't have any surgery. So we do like 10 sessions this way. In like 2 sections you're gonna see a lot of difference, but in the 10 it's gonna be much better. And I like to work like in the um for first week we can do 2 times a week, and then we can skip like once a week and 2 times a week again. It's just like reorganizing your body or like immune system. It pumps your immune system too, because you're like taking all the toxins out.
Mhm.
So that's the nice way to do like a package. This way you can see the difference. I like to see the before and after, because that's what shines too. Because I don't have to show much, just showing the picture, and they feel the way they come here. I have a client this week. She say in the second time she lost 5 pounds.
Wow. So
it's
it can help with
so
weight
much
loss.
water. I was amazed because I never saw someone with so much water in the body
Mhm.
like her. And I was like, sometimes it's hard because if you do this and you don't eat nice, if you don't go exercise, it takes more time. I don't tell this to my clients. Like, if you don't do anything right,
Mhm.
the lymphatic drainage is gonna work. But
Mhm.
I don't tell them that.
Okay.
I tell you're gonna put your money in the garbage. If you don't exercise and if you don't eat right, you come here just to relax. Cause I wanna they work for it. This way they can change the lifestyle, like mindset, not just inside too.
Okay. So it's not a silver bullet, but it's going to be a very nice addition to anyone who wants to live that healthier life and focus more on wellness.
Yes,
Absolutely.
but after surgery, every doctor they recommend like different ways. Some doctors like the one I really like in New York, Dr. Neinstein, he is one of the best. So he recommend right after, like 2 days after, 10 days straight, sometimes 20, depends of the size of the surgery. If it is small surgery, less. If it is bigger surgery, more. But 10 is the minimum for sure.
Okay. Now, I know we are talking about that this hasn't really picked up much in the US. So I'm sure that there's a lot of myths and misconception about this kind of treatment. So what are some of those most common misconceptions you hear about this treatment that you provide?
It
A
doesn't
lot
do
of
anything. I mean, you gotta call a kettle black. The biggest thing that people have to understand is it took a long time for you to get that way. It's not going to be an overnight process.
Mm,
You have to work at things. It's like going to the chiropractor. That's the best way that you can describe it. You go to the chiropractor, you feel good the first time, but then you're sore 2 days later. This is identical. You're going to be sore. You need to treat your body right, like my wife was explaining before. And the most important thing that people forget is they drink water.
Mhm.
Drinking water, and it needs to be nutrient dense water, mineral water.
mm,
Mineral water is very important because what's happening right now is everyone is drinking all this water and they're like, oh, we have to drink 1 gallon of water, we have to do all this stuff. If you're not replacing the minerals, especially after lymphatic drain, the reason that there's so much water retention as well is because the people are drinking so much water, but there's no minerals in it. And then the minerals are, because they're depleted so much, they actually retain more water
mm,
because their body is not expunging all of the toxins because they're mineral deficient. So these are all little tiny things that just by having a detoxification tea before the lymphatic massage, drinking good mineral water, treating your body right. Don't overeat saturated fatty foods, keeping a good diet, making sure that overall wellness is there. All those things in combination with what my wife is doing is the key to the lock.
mm.
Everyone wants a fountain of youth. They want to be able to drink a magic potion and everything goes away. That's not the reality of the world.
So it's just like working out or eating healthy. You go to the gym one time and you're probably going to be in more pain. It's not going to feel good, but you keep doing it over and over and over, and you're going to eventually see the benefits.
A
Correct?
hundred
Yes.
percent.
Okay, got it. Okay, so then I think we talked about a lot about the benefits of this treatment. So let's say that somebody is interested in getting this type of treatment done, but they don't know who to go to. They don't know a provider to choose. What would be the piece of advice you would give to this person who's doing their search to find somebody who really knows what they're talking about, really knows what they're doing, and can get them that good result?
You
Well,
want? I'll say it for you, so don't sound conceited.
yeah.
find, find, find a Brazilian lymphatic specialist. I already know what she was going to say.
Well, let me see. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so is there any are there any red flags that they should kind of keep an eye out for as they're doing this search?
Look
Everything that we
for
just talked about.
Yeah, look for how many years they are working on the field. I think that's very important because especially after COVID, it's so many online classes. It that piss me off because I have to go to school and look at the dead bodies and touch them and just like immerse.
Hmm.
And I'm so grateful for it. And I cannot imagine how we're gonna learn to massage someone from the video.
Mm.
And so many people tell me, Bianca, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't teach people. You can make a lot of money teaching online. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this because I'm too old school. And for me, old school is the unique school. You know, I know it's like, technology is here to help, but you have to have hands on, you
Mm.
know. And then, yeah, just like for the experience and the reviews, and just like try to research a little bit about the background of the people who is doing, because they have a lot of like Colombians and another Spanish. They really are good. They know a lot too. But the Brazilians just like the soccer, we are just better.
I like that. Okay, so then how important is creativity when you are doing this type of treatment? Like, is it just like you have the same protocol and you kind of follow the same protocol for every single person? Or is there room for creativity in what you do?
Yes, everybody's different. So every client comes and I ask them, what are you looking for? What do you feel? What do you think you can do better for you? So 90% of my clients are like women's or like men's who wants to like detox, and a woman's like in perimenopause. So they do everything right. They come to me say, I do everything like I work out, I eat clean, I do this, I do that, I do sauna, complain, and but I have this little belly who never goes away, no matter what I do.
Mhm.
And a little bit more in this, like 2 sessions, I'm talking to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I do everything right, but I eat a lot of sweets at night." I'm like, "Huh." You know what I mean? It's everything, but so what I do, I try to help them on that. Like I push my clients to go to work out with me. Like I do hot yoga, cycle. It's like Pilates, just to help them to find something they will like to do it. And I can refer like ways to eat healthy, like people who like can come to your house and cook for you, like just for a little bit, just for you feel like motivate yourself. I have a client, she say, Bianca, I'm telling everyone I start with you like this new journey of healthy on my life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then, yeah, that's I usually sit with them and talk first and see what do you like me to work more, like and then usually it's like the belly or the legs. I feel so much swelling in my legs and I have pain, so I work more where it's the client's concern.
Okay. And you did share a story earlier about the client you had where you were able to help her lose 5 pounds of just water weight. But is maybe another story that comes to mind when that's just a memorable story or a challenging one, and how going through this treatment was able to get them a great outcome in the end?
Especially like when it's after surgery. So sometimes I'm a mom and I can't help like don't take care of them. So one time I'm just like, oh, I saw I went to her house to give her like a lymphatic drainage, and then she was like almost crying because her mom was trying to help her, but she was giving her a shower, but she was hurting her because when you have surgery, it's like everything we touch, it hurts. Like it's so sensitive. It feels like when you go to the gym and you stop and when you start over again, that feeling, but 10 times worse. Like for you, see in the toilet hurts. For you, wake up hurts. Everything hurts. So when you eat like the giving like shower, you have to go like very light touch. You cannot like shower someone like that after surgery. So I just like I saw the mess. She was like crying. Her mom like, I don't know, how can I help her? Oh my God, can you help? So in the end of the day, I was like giving her food in her mouth, shower. I was like sleeping with her, holding her hand. And she's like, that's the unique way I can sleep with you holding my hand. I'm like, really? Okay. But these kind of things I do because I know how is that feeling. Because I did have surgery too.
Mm.
And I know someone helped me. And I know how is that feeling to have someone who knows how you feel to help you to taking care of you. You know, like little things like the socks, the compression socks, the way I put the doctor work in Brazil, he told me one time, Bianca, if I could, I hire you just to put these compression things in people because you have a way to put it. It's like one, two, three, and the doctor is like sweating there, trying to put it. It's just like I do it for so long, and I invent like tricks to like make it help. Like I put people in the wall. I say, you stay there, and I'm gonna do this. You know, just little things and yeah, they always like recognize that like you are so good and what makes me so happy it's like they know I do it from my heart.
Mhm.
You know, the money I ask my heart. I don't even know how much I make. I just like I do because the money is gonna come anyway. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's from my heart. It's so easy for me. It's not forced, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like this special client in Brazil, she's like, when I left, she wrote me this letter. She's like, Bianca, you bring me to your church, you bring me to Zumba class, you sleep with me. You just like, it's not just a massage.
Mm.
That's the thing.
That's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful story. So, I mean, what's the vision then for your business for Natural Brazilian Balance?
So I like to make them rethink about the lifestyle they are doing to themselves, why they want to take it, you know, take out the toxins out. And if they come here and spend the time, you know, relax and take, you know, feel better, why go home and not eat clean? You know, why not exercise? Like I always say, one thing, one little thing at a time. Just start like, I love coffee. I really do. I'm from Brazil. I drink coffee morning, night, whatever. And I have to stop and start to drink mushroom coffee. Like, really? These people are crazy. But today I'm doing because I understand that coffee can bring inflammation to your body and helps me feel like no, you know. So that's little things I believe that's our vision, just to make the client's life a little bit healthier through the lymphatic drainage.
Awesome. That's a wonderful way, a wonderful vision for the practice. Now, Bianca and Marcello, I have one last question, but before I ask it, I do want to point people to your website at cloud9medspanaples.com.
Yes.
Now, last question is, what does beauty mean to you?
Beauty means to me love yourself for sure first. And that's not selfish. That's like if you really love yourself, you can spread love. And if you know, don't know how taking care of yourself, if you're not able to love yourself truly, it's you cannot love someone else.
Hmm, good answer. Marcello, how about yourself?
Beauty for me is whatever you feel is right for your actions, no matter what anybody says to you or about you, you always have to retain that beauty inside of yourself and respect the person that you are for today and give yourself gifts along the way, which is getting yourself healthy and getting your lymphatic system a real break to getting more beautiful on the inside. The beauty comes from within anyway. We're just trying to help that beauty come out.
Well said. Well, there you have it. Bianca, Marcello sharing their expertise. Now, where can people contact you in the practice?
So
Contact me.
Yeah, you, Bianca, or the practice itself.
Okay, go ahead.
it's with my number. It's 908-404-7751. Or to the Instagram, it's nice to DM a natural Brazilian balance.
Awesome. Well, This is awesome. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and your expertise. And hopefully we can get the word out more about this amazing treatment that you offer.
Thank you. Appreciate your
Thank you for
time.
having us. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Beauty Talk podcast. Any questions, please contact the practice directly with the contact information provided during the show. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.